When it comes to training martial arts, there's always these questions about quality versus quantity. How much should you train? What should you train? When should you train? All that kind of stuff. So that's what I want to take up in this episode of Ask Coach Bell. What's up, y'all? My name is Prince, and I'm an urban acolyte. This is Golden Bell Training, where I get to do the thing that I love and talk to you guys about martial arts, strength and conditioning, training, nutrition, and really what I call how to become the baddest mofo in your dojo. So I got a question about how long should someone train Tai Chi? And this, y'all are going to get sick of me using this word, falling back on this, but it really comes back to the specificity principle, right? The specificity principle basically says that your training should line up with whatever your goal is. So when we talk about how long should, sorry, I'm trying to not have shadows on my face. When we talk about how long should you train Tai Chi, how much should someone train, it really comes down to whatever it is they're trying to accomplish. Let's do this. I'm gonna tell you guys a real life story, a conversation I had back in 2010, the summer of 2010, so around this time, 8 years ago, and how I responded to it. So back then I was in Louisville, I was in seminary. Those of you who follow me on some of my other channels, up at Louisville Presbyterian Theological Seminary. That's a mouthful. And while I was in Louisville, I was studying traditional Yang style Tai Chi with that's Yang Jun's organization. He is a direct descendant of Yang Luchan, the founder of Yang style Tai Chi. I think he's like the 6th generation grandson or something like that. Direct descendant. I think Yang Ching Fu is Yang Jun's great grandfather. Yes, Yang Ching Fu, Yang Jindo is his grandfather. And actually here in Nashville back in 2009 was when Yang Jindo officially named Yang Jun as his successor as the grandmaster of traditional Yang style, Yang family Tai Chi, right? So I'm in class. I don't remember this guy's name, but we were talking about all of the immortal Yang Luchan, right? If you've seen the Tai Chi Zero, Tai Chi Hero movies about Yang Luchan learning Tai Chi from the Qin family, and if you know the story, he then adapted the Qin family Tai Chi and created the Yang family style. He was the immortal Yang, never lost a fight. He could do all these incredible feats, right? Yang Luchan breathed through his feet. Yang Luchan, the invincible Yang, right? Like I said, never lost a challenge fight. So we're talking about that, and we're like, how did he develop this high level of skill? And then Carl, who was the teacher, he's a direct disciple of Yang Jun. You know, Carl would tell me all these things. Man, Yang Jun can do this, and we were in the hotel room, and I was practicing with Yang Jun, and he did this thing. And I say, how does he do that? What is he training? What's going on with that? And what me and the guy that I was speaking with, who was my senior in the class, he basically said the reason that Tai Chi people don't have the skill that these old masters have is because they don't have the time. I mean, you got to think about, and this wasn't that long ago. Yang Luchan was alive in the 19th century. So we're not talking about 500, 1,000 years ago, right? This is all after, during antebellum South, right? So I'm trying to think, I can't think of dates exactly, but think back to the Civil War wasn't that long ago. This is when these people were alive and walking the earth. So anyway, it basically came down to a matter of time. People don't have time to do all of this stuff. He's like, we have jobs, we have kids, we have careers, we have TV, we have distractions. So I kind of said, well, you know what? I'm a graduate student. I was on my GI Bill. So basically my job is going to school and studying, and I have lots of time. So I said, what if I just eliminate all the bullshit that I do every day, and I just eat, study, go to class, do what I need to do there, and focus on Kung Fu, focus on Tai Chi. That's what I did for the remainder of the summer. And when it all was said and done, it turned out that I sat down and did the math. I was training for about 6 hours a day, right? Because I just eliminated all, let me check my Facebook. Oh, I'm going to go on ESPN.com and watch Sports Center highlights and mess around on Twitter. And this is obviously, I wasn't on YouTube back then. I had a YouTube channel, but I wasn't making videos regularly. I think I made a video and then didn't post another video for like 3 years. So I didn't have the YouTube distraction, and sometimes that's what this really is. I just focus on training, right? And by the end of the summer, I got really good. My structure was a lot better. I wouldn't say that I had Pung or that I was able to express Pung, but when I came back here to train with my Tai Chi teacher who was here, Brian Wilson, right? He said, hey man, you're getting a lot better. I don't know what they're doing with you up there in Louisville, but you're improving a lot, right? Now, does that mean you need to train 6 hours a day? No. You might not be able to do that. It falls back to what can you do with the time you have. And I'm talking about Tai Chi, but my style now is Ili Chin, and Ili Chin is not another style of Tai Chi. I saw someone say that in the comments. That's not true. I said Ili Chin is an internal style that's based on the Tai Chi principles and Zen philosophy. If you don't know what that means, you need to go buy a copy of the Tai Chi principles. It's basically a Bible. It's a bunch of poems that talk about, because a lot of the Chinese Kung Fu, it's all like, it's written poetically, right? That's just the way it is. That was the times, right? They'd write poems, and within the poems, there were multiple meanings. And that's how they talked about their martial arts and other things, not just martial arts, everything, right? You probably find a poem about how to prepare tofu, right? How to grind the beans and get them to congeal, and then how to slice the tofu, the Zen of the Chan method of preparing tofu, right? But anyway, in Ili Chin, you don't say, oh, you got to practice for 6 hours a day and do this and this, right? It really is about the quality of your practice, because Ili Chin is all about mindfulness. If you're not mindful, then you're wasting your time. If you're not aware of what's going on in the body, then you're not really doing it, right? Because the whole point is to be mindful of the present moment, to understand what's going on with yourself, understand what's going on with your opponent, understand what's going on with everything around you, and to respond, properly, not to fall back on habit or ritual or that kind of thing, because that's not being present, focused, and neutral, right? So you could take that same approach with Tai Chi. Now, at the same time, getting back to the specificity principle, if you're training for a fight, that's different. If you're training for a competition, a tournament, that's different. You have to train based on whatever it is, whatever your goal is at that time. I was having this conversation with Peter, who watches this channel, who lives here in Nashville. And I said, look, I'm getting ready to start teaching Ili Chin classes, senior Tai Chi classes, and I'm going to have to do more training than what other people would have to do, because I'm going to be teaching a class, right? I have to practice things. I have to go over those things. I have to understand them in order to teach the class, because I have that specific goal, right? It comes back to specificity. So I can't give you a definite answer on how long you should train Tai Chi. You need to sit down and decide what it is you're trying to accomplish, what it is what it is you're trying to accomplish, and where do you want to go. Those goals, the answers to those questions can change over time, can change based on circumstance. But all I'm going to say is you need to get the best quality practice in that you can with the time that you have. And if that doesn't match up with whatever your goal is ultimately, then you're going to have to adapt your life to be able to do that. And you're going to have to be satisfied with what it is you're able to do while you can do it until you can get to that point. So I hope that helps. Again, leave me your thoughts down below. Questions, hashtag Ask P, Ask Coach Bell, whatever. I don't know, y'all come up with something, and I'll try to get to those in due time. Anyway, I'm gonna enjoy my 4th of July. Gonna make me some fries and enjoy some veggie burgers, get some videos posted, and maybe watch some Kung Fu movies today on my day off from work. Anyway, that's all I got for this one. Thanks for watching. Y'all keep on breathing, and let's get in shape together. I'll holler.